We're here in the studio with Desol. We got ourselves Soli, and we got ourselves Equalizor. Such a cool little area. You have this beautiful double screen going on. You have all the tech going on. We thought we had the tech going on. You guys definitely have the tech going on.
Adam dubbed this place the Bat Cave.
The Bat Cave. Well, you guys are basically dedicated producers and DJs in the Denver scene. How long have you guys been doing it?
I've been producing since about 2008, and it's still ongoing. I don't think I'm ever going to stop.
How about you?
2012, I'm on the same page as this guy. I don't think I'll ever stop either.
Probably new producing a bunch of them going on for a little over 2 years.
I assume that you guys bounce ideas off of each other pretty frequently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say Denver House Family. Holy shit.
Wow, way to go. We literally had a whole conversation about this.
Yeah, oh, I know. We were literally in the car. We were literally talking about it, and we were just like, okay, it's music, right? He's just like, yeah, don't say family. Well, yeah, you guys are part of Denver House Music. Coming up, how many years now?
We're going on 2 years.
2 years.
Denver House Music. Big house community of people. We got a little over 2,000 people, and everybody likes to just post their music, post their events, go to shows.
How did you approach a coalition versus trying to do something like a label or trying to do something more monetarily based? What made you approach the community?
We did it because we wanted to help the people here in Colorado grow. There's a lot of people in the local scene in Denver, Colorado that like to go out and like to be part of the house scene, and like I wanted to just kind of help boost the house community out here. I've DJed house music for a very long time, so I just wanted to kind of go back to my roots and help grow the house community here in Colorado.
We have Desol and we have Soli. Soli, you got merch for days around us right now, and I'm just very impressed. I'm thinking that my game's kind of short right now. How long have you been in the scene?
I've been DJing and producing since 2012, so just about 8 years now.
Oh, wow.
I've gone to school. I've gone to Berkeley, the music school in Boston, and while I was going there, Desol approached me. We actually had a warehouse one night, and I was at a show, and he was doing security, I think. I see what you're doing. I want to help you. I will come teach you. You pick me up, I will come teach you. No strings attached. And it ended up with us working out so well. I quit Berkeley. I cold turkey. I was getting straight A's, and I said, I'm not doing this anymore. Through all the work that we've done together, I've been signed to some pretty big labels. I've gotten signed to Peak Hour Music. They're out of New York. I just quit my day job, and right now I've actually taken the dive, and I'm focusing on this full time.
Well, I know a lot of people, part of this podcast, are also producers and are probably also looking to take the dive. We'll bounce right back to that. But Desol, I want to jump to you. You've been producing since 2008.
Yes. It's been a long journey.
Yeah, like I've been producing since 2006, so I'm trying to think of good questions to ask you, but this is kind of tough because the experience is pretty much apt. You chose FL Studio as your basis. A lot of producers that are starting out and a lot of producers that have made it huge use FL Studio.
I mean, it's more of an influence thing. I'm sure like everyone else choosing Ableton because their favorite producers are using that DAW. Mine was Space Laces at the time, and the amount of stuff he was making and the whole diversity that he was doing in FL Studio made me just realize this is what I want. Equalizer,
I know, on the opposite end in terms of experience, you're learning from these guys as you're producing. What's one of the most I sit down and I do this kind of method that you've learned from these guys so far?
For me, it was first, hey, you got to get really good at making a beat. And then after that, I kind of stepped away from that, and now I try to really focus on making a really dope bass line. I stepped away from the beat, and then I add that beat back in. We work on notepads like this, or I'll write my digital notes down on my computer. They both give me a lot of insight on just, this sounds too strong, or this sound is not strong enough. I mean, my name's Equalizer, and even these guys give me good tips on how to equalize things.
We have Mr. Fulltime over here who decided to take the dive, and I'm just kind of curious, walk us through the very beginning of your journey.
My first real electronic concert experience was Avicii at Red Rocks, the Levels tour. I bought
the head.
Yeah, the head rose up. It was so cool. Like, that was my first experience, and after that, I was like, I really want to do this. And I ended up really liking it, and I also had a friend. We started at the exact same time and really kind of pushed off of each other and helped each other. and had my first show at this really small place called the Seventh Circle Music Collective. And so I started there and just kept producing and DJing, and ended up playing at some clubs. That's where I met Desol and Adam. I met Adam for the first time, and it was the competition. It was the Global Dance DJ competition. We all entered, and we played those. It was a lot of fun. I looked at my parents one night, and I'm like, you know what, I really kind of want to take a little bit more into this. I sent my application to Berkeley, the College of Music in Boston, and they accepted my application. So I did it online for about a year, and like I said, I was getting straight A's and doing really well. That's when I met Desol. I finally got to the point where I was really trying to do more, and that's when I found my girlfriend, and she really kind of pushed me in a direction where I was like, okay, I want to do this more. Okay. Me, Adam, and Desol started meeting weekly every Tuesday in the studio here in the Batcave, and we really started really grinding out, and that's when I started really getting signed to labels. Every morning we're waking up at 8:30 in the morning, and we're working until 2 a.m. every night, so we're getting like 6 hours of sleep. And just every night.
When you guys were working together, did you guys ever decide collaborating was the option, or did you decide solo careers was the option?
I wanted to stick to solo, that way I can focus on me and still teach him while I could. I wanted him to catch up to speed, so that way if I do something while producing, he's not going to get lost. Now he's starting to understand stuff, so we are getting closer to that collaboration that we can do.
So speaking of collaborations, you guys played a show on the 27th of November last year at Beta. You did the Denver House Music takeover. How did you guys pull that off? How did you pull off a full takeover with your whole, I want to say whole family, but your whole collective coming through?
Be confident and be professional, and just, trust in knowing what you do is what people are going to like.
Do you find that there's an importance with balancing two different worlds, or perhaps trying to mesh them into one?
For myself, I stopped DJing for a while and started focusing on producing. And because of that, I was able to evolve myself and take leaps ahead of where I was. Now I'm starting to focus a little bit on both again. I still would rather produce and DJ.
I think we all kind of have the same goal. We're all trying to get somewhere. I mean, my goal is to write 40 songs this year by the end of the year. Wow. So every month I'm going to release one song to a label, and then I'm going to bank the other 3.
Equalizer, how are you putting you into Denver House Music?
I try to reach out to different people that are in my collective. As I bring people in, I try to make sure they feel welcome. We've got a lot of great DJs that don't really need to make that step because they're killing it themselves. There's a couple people I wrote down here that I want to give a couple shout outs that are in my mix.
Shout out list.
I definitely started the track off with, in my opinion, one of the best tracks of the year. It's Abstract's track. So I think that everybody will enjoy that. There's an artist out there called Josh Logue. His music is great.
Okay.
There's some local people like James Greb. There's locals here like Teal. I know that we definitely included some of our own music, but we definitely, like for me, I definitely try to include some people around Colorado.
I know Andrew's excited about this takeover. Andrew's manning the cam, by the way.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, happy to be on the show.
Absolutely. Let's hear your guys' mix. Let's do it.
Hope you guys get some wood going.
We're about to get the hardest wood ever.
Yes.
Wake up to the hardest beats!